the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. He'll bring it out. It's gone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Broncos offense will take the field first. And we get a look at Maddox Madsen. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense got it, they're on the run. Takes it in. Touchdown, Texas State. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up, they take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Goff. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Makes the catch, it's Wagner. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking for space, it's Jenkins. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Second,
snags it and he's open. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
Texas State, 13, Boise State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Sends it back in motion. Running inside. It's Anderson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Gonna run it. It's gone. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Plucks it out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Broncos are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Bates. Flying out to the left. He is in. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. We expected points. We've gotten some early, up 13-7 as they go back on the attack. The run inside. It's Jenkins. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The option look. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. We've had some early action here as they take over trailing 13-7. Gonna run it. It's Gaines. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Dropping back, it's Madsen. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Broncos will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Slips through the line. The The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical.
There he goes to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Tight end now in motion. This is a designed run. Touchdown, Bobcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They've got a first down here to open the period. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. From the red zone, it's Gaines. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What is that?
There's some room. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Going to the run, it's Jenkins. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Running inside, it's Jenkins. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Back to throw, it's Madsen. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Gaines.
And man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Made a defender miss. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys.
Touchdown, Boise State! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Got a man, it's Evans. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Jackson will throw. Using the quick game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Back to pass on second down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else would be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the Bobcats have their offense in high gear. Looking for room. It's Jenkins. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bobcats!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Broncos. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Jackson will throw. Complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Jenkins. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Caught over the middle, it's Ford. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Surged ahead for a couple there, it'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's got it again. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the ground to try to move the chains. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside, it's Gaines. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Using his legs, it's Gaines. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. He leaves it with the back. Maybe some room here. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. So first down will open up the final period. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown Broncos! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Quickly complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Now on the move. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Bobcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Jackson gonna throw it. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
And he got it! And they draw to within 3 here in the 4th quarter.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far. He's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hands it off. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. He gets a block. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They want that clock to run. There he goes. Picks up the first down. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's gone. Maybe a crease. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And it's gone! Still a 1-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. Catch in the middle, it's Evans. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play-calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Jackson going to throw it. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. When you've got one of the best wide receivers in the game, that's the guy that you need to be throwing to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trailing.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. Gotta have it here on 4th down. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the